Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I know plenty of you guys have been waiting to take a look at this, but finally we're going to be looking at the Hyperkin HD cable for the Dreamcast. It's an HDMI cable, so you could play on your modern TV. 480p, 7-foot cable. Pretty sweet stuff. Now this does look a little familiar. If you recall, a while back, we did take a look at the Pound HD link for the Dreamcast. In that video, it was more so not a review of this product, it was comparing it to the Akora box from Baharo Bros, which is an awesome device, but it's $85, and I love looking at different options. So today what we're going to be doing is seeing how this performs, and then comparing it to this as well. So they both look very similar. This cable, few extra inches, so that's really the only major difference as far as the way the boxes explain things. They both look very similar. Here is the Hyperkin one. I couldn't get it back in the box after I took it out to take a look, so hey, I didn't unbox it here, but there you go. You got your little box in the middle. Pretty sure it's just a converter board in there, your little power LED, the little slanted corner there. On the back, just little information, Hyperkin HD link cable, item number. Pretty cool stuff. One end goes into your Dreamcast, the other goes to HDMI on your modern HD TV, right? So we're gonna go ahead and look at some footage using this and then compare it to the Pound cable. I wanna see if there's any differences, because my immediate thought is the cables look very similar. The features sound pretty much exactly the same. So I'm kinda expecting the same performance, but you never know. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay guys, so first up, I'm going to take a look at Soul Calibur. And yes, I am loading this up using my GD-EMU on my Dreamcast. Pretty sweet device as well. But I'm going to go ahead and let this play through a little bit so you can get a good idea of the visuals and the audio.
Namco. Welcome back to the stage of history. Shanfa versus Ivy. Battle 1, fight! This victory strengthened the soul. You win! Battle 2, fight!
Okay guys, so we're going to switch over to using the Pound HD link cable for the same exact game, Soul Calibur. I'm actually going to take this time, unplanned, to discuss a few things, because I wound up having an issue here that I didn't have before. So I've changed my setup a little bit. I'm running a dual monitor setup with some Altec Lansing speakers, a few other things, trying to up my game, you know what I'm saying? Trying to streamline my, production of videos and whatnot. And for some reason, I cannot get audio to record for the Pound HD link cable. The Hyperkin cable, no problem. Plays just fine, records just fine. But this Pound cable, for some reason, while I'm recording, it's showing the audio is being recorded, but it just won't actually play it back. I don't know what the deal with that is. It worked for me before, so not really sure. That's just one thing to note. That may be an experience that only I'm having, but I'm hoping you're paying attention to the video quality here. Maybe you have noticed a couple things. I don't know, but we'll touch on it in a moment. But I do guarantee you the audio that I got out of both of these cables were very similar, if not the same. So I'm not going to discredit one over the other as far as audio goes, because they both sound the same to me. But just for some reason with my new setup, I can't record audio from the Pound HD link cable. Kind of weird. But let's go ahead and switch back to the Hyperkin cable and take a look at some other footage. And then we'll go ahead and discuss some of the things I've noticed. So next up, we're going to go ahead and take a look at Project Justice, another pretty sweet fighting game, just to kind of give an idea of what we're seeing here and what we're working with this Hyperkin cable. So take a look at this footage, listen to it, and then I'll show a very small snippet of the same game on the pound cable, and then I'll discuss my findings with you guys.
Untitled やろってのかい?
Round 1 fight!
ここ向こうでみな。オラオラオラオラオラオラ。はい連れてこいよ。甘いんだよ。さあ仲間のピンチを救え。おっとやりやい。スープラトンガイスは絶対だ。
Okay guys, so here we go. We're going to be taking a look at the same game using the pound HD link cable. Like I said earlier, I'm not getting audio through. I think it's just something with my setup, but you're just going to take my word for it. Audio between these two cables is the same. At least it appears to be to me anyway. Now as far as visuals go, we're getting fairly similar output and colors. I'm not really noticing anything major as far as how the colors come through. Now there might be a slight difference in brightness. I don't know if my mind and eyes are playing tricks on me, but it's not a huge deal. But what I have noticed, and it is more apparent on my monitor while I'm playing these games between the two cables, is that the pound HD link cable, I'm getting some interference in the blacks, in the darker colors. If the image stays still, I see it very clear as day. If there's motion going on, I don't really notice it as much. And I don't know if it's going to come through in this video as well as I see it in person. But I do notice that with the pound cables. There's some kind of distortion, some kind of noise in the visuals. And pound cables, it seems like it's hit and miss. Some people get that, some people don't. And unfortunately for me, with my current setup, I am seeing these distortions. The Hyperkin cable, I don't see any of that at all. I'm getting a clear image, no distortions, no noise in the visuals. So for me, if I had to pick between the two, and I've already picked, I'm not going to use the pound cable anymore. I'm only going to use the Hyperkin version. But to speak on what this stuff really is here, these are low-cost options to play your Dreamcast on your modern TV. There are tons of other options available out there that beat what these offer, but the price points are definitely going to be higher. You can get, VGA boxes using OSSC, get any of the boxes from Baharo Bros. They have tons of them, plenty of cool stuff, and you do get a more crisp, nicer looking image through those, but the price is definitely going to be higher. So this is for somebody more on the budget, looking for a easy solution, not having to plug in a bunch of stuff, just go direct to their TV and be done with it. Definitely not a bad thing. I love taking a look at these options, even if they're not options that I'm necessarily going to use all the time. But as far as convenience goes, you can't beat just plugging in an HDMI cable, and the visuals I can deal with. They're not exactly sharp. they're still clear enough. They're not a big blurry mess, but you'll notice from my footage that, yeah, no matter which one of these cables you use, you're not getting a sharp, crisp image. The Hyperkin cable definitely, to me, is a little more, crisp looking and a better quality image than the pound version, just because of that distortion and noise that's coming through for whatever reason. But like I said, nice to have options. These guys go for about 30 bucks. I would definitely recommend the Hyperkin over the pound as far as my experiences go. You take a look at the footage, come to your own conclusions. If you already have a pound HD link cable and it works for you, then definitely I don't see there being a reason for you to spend 30 bucks again to buy another one. But if you haven't done, purchasing one of these yet, definitely would say go with the Hyperkin. Link will be in the description if you want to peep it out. Like I said, they're about 30 bucks. So I really do appreciate you guys stopping in. Smash that like button. Make sweet love to that notification bell so you could be up to date every time I upload a video. Helps me out greatly, guys. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. What are you waiting for? Follow me on Twitter at Madlittlepixel. And with that said, guys, I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, bye-bye, and boom!